Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dominic. It's my YouTube channel, Dominic Pack Lab. And today's video, we are going to uh, troubleshoot static routes. In the last video, we did the same similar to one. However, we only did it to two routers. This time, in this lab, in this case, we are working on four routers, three internet connections, right? So, as you can see here on the project, we have 8 steps that we need to troubleshoot. Verify IP addressing, making sure all IP addresses and subnet masks are configured. Check static routing configuration. See if all pointing to the right one, and also the next hop, right? And then we have to use ping command to test connectivity between all devices, and then show IP route on each router to verify the static routes in the routing tables, right? And then make sure there's a test. We're gonna have to test end-to-end connectivity. We're gonna have to ping between devices across the entire network to identify where communication breaks down. And then verify that by using show IP interface brief. We can double check all the IP addresses and network numbers in the static route commands for any type of errors. And then applicable, we're gonna try to summarize routes to simplify the routing table and reduce potential errors. All right, so let us begin. So as you can see here, like I said, we have 4 routers. We have 3 networks, right? You do have, this here, the 192.168.10.0 network or connection. And then we have the dot in the red. Oops. We have 192.168.20.0 connection, and then we also have another one, that yellow, 192.168.30.0 network. So our goal is to able to ping 192.168.30.2 on router 3 from router 0 here. Let's try that first. See if we're able to ping it. 168.30. It should fail, right? That's the issue. Just testing. All right. So then now I'm just going to double check to see if obviously, as of right now, we can see that all interfaces are up by the green here, but I guess in real life scenario, we don't have that. So for this case, we can just do show IP interface brief, and this will show us what interface is down or up. So for this case, we have 000 up, status is up. So let's say we bring it down, right? Let's do it. Let's actually bring it down. Let's see, right? It'll do interface bit boom, and shut down. Now we do show IP into show IP interface brief. Right, status is admin down. So let's bring that up again just to see. As we can see here, AT and interface took a bit. There are no shutdown. There you go. So by just doing that, obviously, I mean, it makes sense on the lab here that so it's showing that it's green. So we have the confirmation that the interfaces in all these routers are up. But in real life scenario, this is a command that we can use to see if the interfaces are down, because that could also be causing us not able to ping router 3. But in this case, all interfaces are up. So we can try to see on router 1 here, there should have interface 000 should have 10.2, and then interface gigabit 1 or 001 should have the 20.1. So let's try that. All right. So oh my goodness, what's happening in my chat? Show IP interface brief. And it looks like it's matching what it says here. Cool. So we are good. Oops. Yeah, let's verify router 2. Now IP interface brief. You can also see that it's the same thing as the diagram here. 001, it should be 30.1 and up. Try this one. Let's verify router 3 if it has the correct IP address as well as the diagram. It's brief. And there's your do. All right, so now that we have verified that, right, we're going to verify now the IP routing table on each router. Since this lab is focused on static routing, and make sure that IP route. This is router 1 right away. So for router 1, we see that there's a static routing already set up. It's 192.168.0.0.2. Okay, you have the 16 subnet through 192.168.20.2, which is this one, this next hop. So because this one is set here, this just tells me that we are able to ping the 30, the yellow network here, 192.168.30 network. So let's try that actually. 30.1. Okay. What about 30.2? Should be able to as well. All right. So from this to red to yellow, we have success. Let's see, what about the left one, right? Because the static route that we did was 20.2, which is this way. What about this way? Let's try that. 10, right? 2? What about 1? Okay, so from router 1, right, we're able to go this way to the right and also to the left. So we have success on that, the middle. So what about router 2? Well, let's see, router 2 is able to ping. We know for sure that router 2 is able to ping router 3 because they are connected to each other, right? So actually confirm that. From router 2 to router 3, let's see. 168. 32. Yep. Or about 30 that way. Okay. So then let's see and confirm 10 1. We're not able to. How about this one? Assuming not. No as well. Right. Okay. Cool. So for router 2, we're able to go to the right, but we're not able to go to the blue side. Okay. And then, we know for sure that the router 0, we're not able to go to yellow. Let's see if we're able to go to red or pink connect. And 1 and 2. That 20, that 1. About 10.2. All right, so from router 0, we're not able to ping or communicate to red and yellow, which is the 20.0 network and 30.0 network. I'm assuming router 3 is the same thing. But let's do show IP route. So router 3, it has a static route, as you can see here. 20.0, which is this. Through the next step is this. So we're able to, if you're here, we're able to connect to the red because of this static route here. Let's actually confirm that. So pin 1 and 2, it must be 20, right? That one. All right. But then if we ping the 110, we're not able to because there is no static route to it. Okay, so then let's begin adding static routes. Since I like to work from left to right, but it looks like this way right now. Router 3 is actually set up for red already. So since this is set up already, let's do from right to left, okay? Since there's static route set up for the 20 network, we can just add another static route for the network 10 through this here, right? Because that's the next hop. Let's do that. 150. do host name. Let's change that to router 3. Yeah, so then we add the IP route. Like I said, we'll do 192.168.10, right? Because we're trying to 10 network here, the loop network. And the subnet mask for that is 255.255.0. And then the next hop, which is going to be the same as this one. 192.168.30.1. Now that we configured the router 3, if we ping it to this one, we're still going to get a failing one because we still haven't figured out or configured router 0. Right. Ping is a two-way communication, sending one and back and forth. So right now, we just have this set up for this one. So it will just send a packet all the way there and will not return. So let's actually do that with the router 0. Since we're already here, let's be config. Extend it to router 0, right? And then since we are trying to communicate to the yellow network, which is 30, let's do IP route, right? 92.8.30, right? 255.255.255.0. The next hop is 192.168.10.2. Boom. All right, so then let's see if we are able to ping on into the 168.30.2 now. Since we configured router 3 and router 0, let's see if we're able to successfully ping it. Fail 0. Oops. 182 will. Because this should be 16 subnet because we closed it, we summarized it, right? Even though it is 192.168, this is all 192.168. So whatever, if you put it this way, that means we are communicating to all, we're gonna ping or areas connect to all 192.168. But the subnet here is wrong. So then we do 50. Let's actually move that. No, IP route. Paste. Let's do that. Oh. Made a mistake here. Yeah. All right. So then we just remove the one that was preset to this already when we started this lab. Let's actually add that. Just summarize the whole thing. Let's do IP route 192.168.0.0 255.255.0, right, to be /16, and it should be 20.1, right? Back to the show IP route. Why isn't it adding a 0? All right. Oh. And the 10.1 is set as 32. Show and IP interface brief. Zero. That is correct. Right. Let's do boom. All right. IP route M2 68. That is 0. That is 0. 205, 205, 0, that's 0. Do 192, 168, that's 2. Okay, that 2, push that one. So let's see if we're able to pin 192, 168.20.1. Should be able to. We were able to early. All right. We weren't able to do it earlier, but because we added this static route here with the 16 slash, we just basically just summarize technically we could have just add 192.168.20.1 or .20.0 for the 20, and then we have to add another one for 30. But we're trying to summarize in the shorter term for 192.168, because technically all this network is here is 192.168. So we are just combining all that into one and then subnet 16. So basically right now, router 0 is also can technically connect to the yellow connection, which is 30. Let's actually try that. I'm afraid it's not going to work because this is not set up correct yet. We know that 20.2 though. About 0 to 20 that. Oh, I see why. Because this one is not configured yet. So let's try let's do router 2 first before we go to router 3. All right. Let's do enable 50. All right, host name. All right, who's. All right, show IP route. Oh, okay. We can see here there is no static route here. So let's actually set the up. Let's do enable 50. The 1 to the 168. It's basically the same thing we did in router 0, right? 255.0.0. Now, if we're trying to go to the left, let's do 192.168.20.1. All right. Then if we try and ping 192.168, yes. So now we're able to ping. Since we added both static routes on both router 0 and router 2, we're now able to ping successfully, right? Let's see if we're able to ping 30 though, since the static route, we only did it on the left side. So let's see if we can do that actually. And we are able to. So router 2 is able to connect to ping. We're able to ping it. If we're in the router 2, we're able to ping it the blue connection or blue network, which is 192.168.10, right? We're able to do that. We're able to connect to it. And also to router 3. So now I'm going to actually set up this router 3. Okay. So IP router. We have, see, and the manual here 30.1. So see, we can actually ping 168. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're able to. All right. So now, from router 0, right? We able to ping routers. Oh, I mean, from router 3, I meant. We're router 3. We're able to ping router 0. See if router 0 is able to ping router 3. And we're able to. Success. So now, we are actually have completed the test. Let's double check everything first. So if we're in router 0, we just confirmed that we're able to ping router 3, right? If we're in router 1, we're able to ping, 50. Sorry, I just want to change the name here. Excuse me. So we're on router 1 right now. See, we're able to ping blue connection, which is the 192.168.10 network, right? We're able to. What about 30? What about to router 3? Okay. Obviously, 20 should also work because they're connected to it. Okay. So router 0 successfully can ping router 1 and router 2 and router 3, obviously. We have 20 dot here and 30 dot 1. It's this one and this one. So let's see. Let's double check here, see if we're able to ping. Right into 168.10.1. Yes. And 20.1. All right. So, in the beginning, that's the end of it. We were able to resolve it successfully. In the beginning of this lab, we weren't able to ping router 0, or I guess 192.168.30.2 right from router 3, right? We weren't able to ping that from router 0. And now by adding a static route, we were able to ping that, and also we were also able to ping that by confirming the interfaces are up and IP addresses were all good. And that's how we resolved it. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.